Hi, today I'm going to visit section 16 in PJ. So let's go see what it's like. Okay, so I'm on the edge of section 16. Over there is section 12. That's where the Indian place is. Over there is University Malaya. And I'm walking to section 16. It's over there. It's just the next road. I think I'd better get some water or else I'm going to die of thirst. So let's go to the petrol station and get some water. It's a nice car wash. There's a nice chill area over there where you can sit under the tree and wait for your car. Nice. And then you can get a drink or something. So I got myself a drink. Soda water, but it's not this any soda water. It's flavored soda water. So it's not the healthiest. It's got some chemicals in there, but hey, I don't do it every day. So let's see what this Kelpis soda carbonated cultured cultured milk drink. So there's a lot of shit in there. Anyway, let's do this. Okay, it's got sugar. I really don't want to drink sugar. Let me find a bin. Terrible. So the reason I chose section 16 is because the bus used to pass that way, and I've always passed these buildings. I thought they're very interesting because they're not new. Some viewer told me that the section 12 buildings were looks like 70s constructions, and these look quite similar in a way, so I'm assuming it'll be around the 70s as well. Now I know there's one property agent that's advertising 56 landed properties for sale, and I wonder if these are any of them. They all look as though they're not really occupied, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to come here. There's so much land. Look at that. And look at the trees that have been cut down. I think that's a shame, big shame. I mean, when you have property like this and when you have a huge garden, I don't see the reason why you should cut the trees. You know, it makes the place so hot. Why? Yeah, and so the prices start at around upwards of 2 million ringgit, and I checked 2 properties, and they were leasehold. They weren't even freehold. They were leasehold. So this one looks empty, but looks as though it's locked. The other one, I don't know. I wonder if I can go in here. Let's check. I hope it's not protected by dogs. Well, I wouldn't think so because the gates wouldn't be open. Squirrels, they're happy. Okay, doors locked. So look at all these houses over here too. It's very, very similar to the style that we saw down in section 12. You know, it had the main thing and then the kitchen area and the bathroom out the back, probably the maid's area, outhouse, and then garage, kitchen, I'm guessing. It was the same layout. So again, look, all these houses are not occupied. Yeah, so I'm surprised that the cost of a leasehold property is 2 million upwards. I guess you won't be alive if it's for 96 years or whatever, but it's nice to have something to pass down to your kids, if you have any, or your grandchildren if your kids don't live that long. So whatever the case, now I think I'm going to walk up this way because I think it comes down too. So I wish it was a shadier walk, and it would have been if they didn't chop these trees down. I guess I don't know why they did that. I guess they wanted it to be a bit brighter, but I don't know if that's a good thing. Or maybe they wanted the houses to be visible. Maybe they didn't want the houses to rot in the damp that the shade of the tree will provide. I don't know, I have no idea, but whatever the case, it makes it a hot walk. And look at these trees, they are huge and they haven't been touched. So you can imagine that probably these trees would have been the same, so it would have cost a lot of shade over the property, and maybe that's what they didn't want. Let's look at that. That's about the same diameter of that tree at least. That's a huge plant, usually this tiny. So I mean, this place is very strange for me. I haven't driven up this place at all. I mean, Section 16 is on undulating land, so it goes uphill, downhill, and I've often, look at this. Well, apart from this house over here, which seems to be occupied, the rest just seem to be unoccupied. So just being a few hundred meters away from the road, or maybe even just 100 meters away from the main road, makes this place already a lot quieter. And by the looks of it, I dare say that some of these places are occupied by probably university students, because there are a lot of college themed things here. And over there, as you can see, there's a bus, and on the bus, how did I get it up there? It says University Malaya, number 26. So I would think that it has something to do with the university. And that says Kesatuan Kaki Tangan AIM University Malaya. That's something to do with the staff. Okay, so I found out that this land in Section 16, adjacent to the University of Malaya, is owned by the university itself. The university, its campus, and this land is under the ownership and management of the Malaysian government. So I think that Section 16 would be part of the university too. Wonder where it leads up to. Bahagian Ewal Pelaja. I don't know what that means. This road looks interesting, so let's walk up it. I think it's a dead end, but still I think it'll be an interesting walk. I did consult Google Maps before I came this way, and I know that one of these roads is actually a circuit. So I think it's the one down there. It looks to be so. So I'm not too worried of wandering off the path too much. And also Section 16 does have an area of wilderness. So I'll probably look it up on Google Maps at some point and see if I can hit it. But this is dense enough, if you like, to support wildlife, and so it's not too far away from Section 11 and Section 12, where I saw a few monkeys in a very isolated part, so it's not inconceivable that the monkeys could have originated from this place, because it seems dense enough to support a troop of monkeys. And like I say, it's a dead end, but it's a nice walk. And again, that place seems to be used as a storage place. As you can see, this car hasn't been attended to in ages. Some parts have been stolen by the looks of it. Probably adorning somebody's bedroom wall or wall. Totally deserted. In better state, in a better state than the ones in section 12. Okay, so let's go back down. My conclusion and my confirmation is that it's at 4:30, which if you think that the sun sets at 7 o'clock, is about 2.5 hours away from sunset. It's not as hot as when it's equivalent in the morning. Let's say the sun rises at 7, and at 9:30 it's already blisteringly hot. So it's not so hot in the evenings as it is in the mornings, and therefore I guess having a west facing house should be a lot cooler than an east facing house or property. And my studio apartment is facing east, so that's why it's so hot in the mornings. I mean, isn't this beautiful to be able to live in this area and to or even rent a place in this area? And I think that's is that part of the university? Don't know. Looks like it. Looks like leads down. And these ones are also abandoned. Or not occupied at least. But definitely in a better state of, a better condition than those in section 12. Let's go take a walk around here, seeing as it's open and nobody seems to mind. Yep, same sort of architecture as the others. Been bitten by mosquitoes, unrelenting mosquitoes here. Hit a shade and they hit you. Again, such lovely gardens, huh? Such lovely compound. Look, lovely tree. Coconut tree with a coconut that's just fallen. I bet you the water will be quite nice, or maybe, perhaps. Yeah, so like I say, I like this kind of properties because of the compound. I'm so used to it. It doesn't look as though it's totally abandoned. It looks as though it's in use. But whoever is using it's not here at the moment, so that's okay. So I'm guessing this is part of the university because it looks as though it might lead on to the university. Yep. So this is university area. That's the campus. I mean, I sort of researched to see if I could actually walk around the university grounds and campus. Over here it says it's restricted, and I have taken the bus through the campus itself. It's very interesting. It's very, very nice. But to walk around, I think it's a different thing. But I think one day I'll take the bus ride around there and video it, so you can have a look. I like all the brightly colored houses, you know. It's so nice. So it's happy. It's a happy vibe. Doggies. So it looks as though it's looked after. This particular one on the corner. Yes, doggy, I know, I spotted you before you spotted me. But isn't this such an interesting area? I mean, are these places for sale? Or are they just standing here waiting to be developed? And I hope it hasn't been, whatchamacallit, not registered, there's another name for it, as a commercial area or area for development, because it would be a shame to lose all these houses. I still maintain that it could be repurposed instead of just standing idle and, you know, just selling it off to the highest bidder. I don't know. This one looks occupied. So nice. There might be a doggy in there, so I think it might be. And the door one door seems to be slightly ajar, maybe? No? Don't know, it might not be occupied as well. This one definitely occupied. There's some clothes on the fence. Definitely my kind of area. Look, that's why I like the trees, and that's why I guess they cut the trees over there, because it would be obscured by the trees if they didn't. The property, but of course I prefer it with the trees always. So a bit of wilderness. As I say, section 16 does have an area of wilderness. Hello. He didn't hear me, he's got his headphones in. I was going to ask him if he lived here. Would it be nice? So beautiful. Very much like section 12, except this is on more undulating land, more hills. Again, not occupied. Tree cut. This would have probably destroyed the gate, so that means it was left for a while, and then somebody came and said, okay, hey, you got to cut this tree because it's been left this way and we have to cut the tree or else the gate will be destroyed. So, abandoned. In desperate need of a number one, so I'm going to look for an appropriate place. Okay, let's see. Seems like a good place, but I prefer a bush. So it's got a good feel to this place. I don't think anything sinister is happening in any of these houses because it feels good. a green belt, if you like to call it, before another road down there. So I'm going to go up all the way because it seems like pleasant enough a walk, and it's nice in the shade. And this is Benjamina ficus. I know I'm acting as though I know all the technical names for these plants, but I recognize the leaves, and they're usually small little plants in the UK, but they grow to this kind of size when they're left to their own devices. So I might still be wrong, so don't take my word for it. But this is such a pleasant walk. Look at this. That's the main road, and across that side is also section 16. I think I would imagine it would be the more occupied part of section 16. This is sort of semi-occupied. There's some people living here, but it doesn't look as though it's all being lived in, so I don't know. Not quite an avenue, half an avenue. Another unoccupied bungalow. It's so beautiful. You wouldn't imagine, huh? I didn't imagine it'd be like this. Is that a dead end? Don't know, but let's go down here before we go up there. Mango tree. Maybe this leads around. Is that possible? So nice. It's like all the old neighborhoods that I remember. You have a bit more space, you have a compound. It's got more of a villagey feel. Looks like somebody's tending to the gardens here, so but all these places, they're in better state, like I was saying. With all those, what should we call it, locks with numbers, you can easily open it with time. Code, what do you call it, thingy, and all it takes is 999 tries, and you can get through it pretty quickly if you do it very systematically, which I have done in the past. So anybody with time can open it. Of course you could break the lock, but if you don't, if you want to be discreet about it, then it'll take about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 minute if you're lucky. So nice. Looks as though some people are living there. Not the owners, definitely, because they don't seem too bothered about the appearance of the place. So beautiful. Okay, this is interesting. I'm coming up to these block of apartments, and it says apartment Japun, which is Japan apartment. Does it mean that Japanese live here, or is it primarily for Japanese? Which is not inconceivable, because Japanese do like this kind of thing. Lovely grounds, huh? Again, could do with a bit more trees to keep it a bit cooler. That's only for me, of course. That's only my opinion. So I was right. It does lead round. Again, University Malaya. So is this just for Japanese students? So from what I can gather, or from what I'm seeing, I guess all this property belongs to the University as well of Malaya. Same as the Section 12. I tried to find info on Section 16, but there's very little info. $0.10. What do you know? It's a lucky coin. You see money? Pick it up. I'm 10 cents richer now. Every bit helps. Get a 10-cent coin from 1,000,000 people. You're rich. Richer than you were if you didn't get 10 cents from 1,000,000 people. Okay, this one's occupied. All right. Always look back from whence you came. Nice, huh? It's so peaceful. And there's a main road just down there. I think it's just about 50 yards or 50 meters away. And you can't hear it because of the trees and because of the hill. And here's just like a quiet paradise in the middle of a busy, what should we call it, route. Because it's very busy over there during rush hours. And that place where I started from, it's chock-a-block during rush hours, and it certainly was a bit chock-a-block just now as well during peak times on the weekend. Today's a Saturday. I intend to get this video uploaded by tomorrow evening. Okay, I need a safe place to do a number one, so I haven't done it. And in some bushes would be good before I hit the main road and the other side of section 16. That's the road I started from just now. Okay. Different going down, huh? That's the thing I like about Malaysia. Ooh, that gave me a shock. Jesus Christ. Don't do those. Don't do that, birds. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, that's all I have to say. That's the thing I like about Malaysia. The trees are huge, and I love them when they're huge like this. You know, it's like, it's home to me. You know, I was born here and I'm used to this. I wonder what my son would be used to. I mean, would he be used to Hanoi and Portugal and Greece and not really familiar with Malaysia? Well, I intend to change that, of course. I want to bring him back here more. And could I piss behind this tree? I guess I could. There could be some people watching over there, but who gives a damn? Okay, let's do number one. See you in a bit. Okay, so I'm going to head across that way and go over to the other side of section 16. So it says here it's not permitted to enter the area Kediaman, I'm not too sure, except people who have got permission. And please yeah, ask and contact the safety office of University Malaya. So this is definitely property of University Malaya. Christ. So where I've been walking on is all private property by the looks of it, from what I can assume. So maybe that's why it hasn't been developed or repurposed. And I hope University Malaya does it justice. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get across this busy road that is one of the busiest roads ever during rush hour. So I'm just waiting for an appropriate time to cross. Yes, I think this is good. It's a red light. Let's go. Okay, motorbike man, why are you? This section 16/6 and K9 unit. So this is Mutiara Security, so they have a K9 unit. And I'm not too sure if I'm gonna like this side of this, of section 16, because it's all sort of a bit more modern and I don't know what this used to look like, so maybe we can come across a few houses that haven't been touched. I'm not hopeful. So I guess the reason that side hasn't been touched is because it couldn't be touched because it's owned by University Malaya, which is a good thing, really. I mean, that's good in a way that at least it's been preserved in its form as it's been for a few decades, maybe 5 decades. And can't go up there because up there is a secured area in the sense that it has what should we call it? It's a guarded community. Yeah, so I really don't like this area much. That's an old house-ish. It hasn't been touched. That one too, maybe. No, it doesn't look. It looks. Nah, it's been touched. So I do not know how long I'm going to continue down this path because I just don't like it already. So I'm not liking this part of section 16, and I don't know how long I'm going to continue down this. I'm going to take the next road off to the side and see if that holds any more interesting places. But at the moment I think this is really uninteresting and not very vibey. My favorite word. That's quite a cute house, I must say, but too small a garden compound. So this looks like a house that's been here for some time. Not quite as old as the houses where that was owned by University Malaya, but maybe it looks quite 70s anyway. Or 60s even. It's a pleasant enough area. But I just don't like the houses that have been built here. This one looks like an older one. So does this one in the corner. It's an older house. Looks as though it's a rented out property though, because there's several cars here and it doesn't look as though it's in a very good state of affairs, not kept properly. So does that road lead up? I'll find out, but I can always walk back. I mean, I guess people could be suspicious because I'm carrying a camera around, and on these types of properties where it's not guarded and there's no security, it's still prone to robberies. I know someone who was robbed in Bangsa. It wasn't a gated community, and they climbed in through the second floor window or something and stole some stuff, valuable stuff on the second floor. And okay, so I wonder where. I'm not going to go down there. I don't want mosquitoes. All right, so I'm going back to the dead end. Yeah, so still prone to robberies if it's not a gated community. Mangoes again. But that's why I guess people prefer gated communities for security. It's not foolproof, but at least it's a bit more of a deterrent. An older house. I think it's definitely more modern than the other part of Section 16, because it doesn't look as though it belongs to the 60s or 70s. Well, maybe 70s. So if I walk this way, it's going to lead me to another main road, and from there on it's Section 17. I don't find this road very interesting, so I'm going to walk back on myself and go to another place which is a bit of a hilly area. And I'm a bit confused about this area because I remember when I was 15, I experienced my first kiss, and my memory is a bit hazy. I can't remember if it was in a party that I went to in Section 16 or it was a party I went to in Bangsa. You know, I don't know, because the road that leads down both places are very similar. So, you know, as much as I thought it was in Bangsa, I might be wrong. Maybe it was in Section 16. But you know, I was 15, and that's about, what, 50 years ago? I have no recollection of the address. There is another part of Section 16 which is down that way, and there is, I think, a bit of a wilderness area around that. I mean, but it's mostly the main road, and houses are quite modern along the main road that goes down to Jalan Kemajuan, to Section 13. So I'm not going to bother. I think this other place is going to be more interesting. It's definitely going to be a bit of a hillier climb, or it's going to be a bit of a climb, but it could be worth it. Don't know. Let's go and see. So that's one of the on-demand buses by Rapid KL. Apparently you have an app and you can book a ride, and picks you up from where you are. And I think it costs about 150 or something like that. I can't remember, but that's quite handy. I have yet to use that because I'm always walking. Okay, I mean, it's actually, I actually feel better now after getting back in Portugal in terms of my stamina and stuff, because my son, he's actually made me sprint again. I think I mentioned this, and since then I've been sprinting. Like I sprinted for my bus today. I run upstairs when I can, you know, or the escalator. Now I just want to keep doing a bit more sprints and stuff to keep myself fit. I feel a lot better for it. And ever since the bicycle ride and stuff, my legs seem to be a bit stronger. So Portugal has been good for me in that respect. I've been sleeping a lot. I mean, it's crazy. I think Portugal, I'll tell you later, it's too noisy. So I was saying that section 16 has a bit of a wilderness area. Well, it's across the street. Over there, as you can see, it's fenced up. See how busy this road is? Yeah, so there's a bit of a green lung over there. As you can see, it's quite a sizable area. And this is the reason I get confused, because in Bangsa, Jalan Makrov, there's a similar area that leads down and looks quite similar to this area, where you go down the slope and then around a bend. And then there's one place where there's a hill on the left, and this place has it too. So that's why I was a bit confused. I don't know if I had my first kiss in Bangsa or in section 16, but whatever the case, I was so much in love with this first love of mine. So infatuated. Her name was is or was, I don't know if she's still alive, Susie Up. And she was going up with 2 other guys while she was seeing me. So she was pretty hot. A very womanly girl at the age of 15 she was. A lot of curves and lovely personality. Well, I thought so. Whoa, I almost slipped there. So yeah, here we are. Again, the forested area. A bit of wilderness of section 16, and it looks like there's a badge there. I think it still belongs to University Malaya too. I think it's amazing, huh? How much they own. Yes, it says University Malaya. So this part of all that side is all University Malaya. That's amazing, isn't it? Definitely abandoned. I mean, would you want to live on such a busy road? It'll take you ages just to get out of your own house to drive out. So look at it, so beautiful though. Beautiful space. What's this doing on the side? This is legal, come on. place for sale too, or rent. I guess whoever rented this would have to turn it into a business type place, but not a great place to have cars stop. It's so dangerous. It's like around the corner, and anybody could crash into you if you stop down, if you slowed down. So this is the road I was looking for, and hopefully it's not a guarded community, also won't, because if it is I won't be able to walk around. So this is 16/9, and let's have a look. Nope, so that's good. Like I say, it's a pretty steep hill, and actually thinking about it, this could be where where I kissed Susie up for the first time. And I remember how nervous I was, absolutely nervous. And I made up my mind. I said, I'm going to kiss her tonight, because I was so in love with her. I think it looks like one of these houses more than the one in Bangsa. I wouldn't mind. This street, this area is a bit better than living on the main road, but I guess the thing would still remain, in the sense that to get down the main road is a bit of a problem with cars zooming past, and also during rush hours, the traffic will be horrendous. So unless you're prepared not to move during rush hour, it's not a convenient place to live. So I think it's possibly one of these houses. It looks more like it. Maybe even this house. That's very possible. Another abandoned house. Look at this. This is scary. This one doesn't give me a good feeling. But so it could be this house, because I sort of remember coming up a slope, something like this, and it looks as though this is an older house. It hasn't been. Looks as though it hasn't been built over. Not too sure about the gate, but you can't really see the house. But land sold. Mambo's lost since January, March, April. Wow, that's a long time. So this is another nice area, huh? But I guess nobody wants it because of the main road down there. So yes, where was I? Yeah, so I made up my mind to kiss Susie up, and I remember that the song I plucked up the courage to do was when we were dancing a slow song, which I purposely chose for the occasion, and the song was Stylistics. Hey, you make me feel brand new. For those of you, do you know that song? I used to be so... Look at this house. So into the Stylistics, because it really just pulled at my heartstrings, you know. It was that time of my life where I was feeling the magic of love, or infatuation at least. Oh, I'm just thinking of my son and the time he goes through that. My God, I wonder what he'll be like. He's so strong-headed, my son, but I love him so much. Anyway, yeah, so that's the story about Susie up. Now, to continue about Portugal, I didn't sleep much because my son's mum prepared his room, his bed pulled out into a double bed so that we could share the bed while I was here, so that he would have his share of me for the next few months. And the thing that didn't work for me was, one, the mattress was too soft, and if the mattress is too soft, I get a bad back when I wake up in the mornings. So it was too soft, and when I woke up I had a bad back. Two, he had a night light on because he's used to the night light, because when he sleeps in his own room without cuddling up next to mum, he has a night light so that he doesn't get too spooked when he wakes up in the middle of the night and it's dark completely. And I can't sleep with any sort of light on unless it's a very dim light. I prefer complete darkness, and I hear it's a lot better to have complete darkness as well. So maybe will come a time when he can get used to the complete darkness and it'll be better for him. Look at this is abandoned too, this house. Yeah, so that's why I didn't sleep very much, and the most sleep I got was maybe 3 or 4 hours sleep per night for the 4 weeks. So since I've been back, I've just been like sort of catching up on my sleep. So I've been sleeping a lot. You know, for me it's a lot, like 5 hours, 6 hours, sometimes even 7 hours. Sometimes I wake up and I have to go back to sleep because it's just too, I'm just too tired to do anything else. Over there is section 17 again, I think, or I don't know, but it's not part of section 16, because that's where I'm going to walk to later, because that's Filio Damansara. And I'm not too sure where this road leads to. There was another road over there which looked pretty interesting, but maybe there's a road that lead up there. Don't like this vibe so much. It looks more like a modern vibe. This one looks in a state of being renovated. Doesn't look like a very old house, but it's not a very new house either. This is definitely a lot better than the other side of section 16. But look at this, what is this? I do like the trees against it, and I like the way it's planted on the slope with bricks. On the slope tiled with bricks, but what is this place? Doesn't look like a house. So I think the road that I wanted to walk up was this road maybe? No, this is a dead end. So I don't know, maybe, gosh, am I going to walk back up that way? It's quite a pleasant neighborhood though. I mean, this is quite an interesting house, if it is a house. It's interesting. I don't know if I could live in here, but definitely interesting. No, I guess I could live in here. I like the way it's built, but I would like more of a compound. But it's a bit noisier here already because the highway is over there. So interesting. Looks like an architect designed this or something. Looks quite a modern slash whatever you call this kind of architecture. So I'm tempted to go back that way before coming this way, because I don't like leaving any road unwalked. So I'm going to walk back up and see what that side, if that side leads to a dead end, and then come back this way. So I'm back to where I turned right instead of going up that way where I saw a doggy. And I was thinking about it because I bought a 1.5 litre bottle of mineral water. And of course it's I've drunk more than half of it already. And I was thinking, because when you drink water, then you piss it out. So it's important that you replenish those minerals that you've pissed out or sweated out. So that's why in Malaysia there are two types of water that you can buy. One is drinking water and one is mineral water. Drinking water is just filtered water, and of course mineral water is mineral water. So if you go walking and you need to drink water in Malaysia, make sure you buy the mineral water. There's some monkeys over there, so in the greenery here. Yeah, so buy mineral water. Buy the AIA mineral, which is what I always look for. It also tastes better. Maybe that's just my imagination. Okay, well, I already prefer this this road to the one I just came from. Again, look at this place. It says over there, lot 75, Sri Chamalang. So I guess if it's a lot, then I think it must be land for the Bumiputra. So I don't expect any dogs, but I want to see what this land is all about. Nice piece of land. Again, trees have been chopped. Quite a few luxury cars there. And there's a security guard there too. Looks like an older building, sort of a permata. What does that mean? So I'm glad I took this road. Like I say, I much prefer to the other side. It's a lot more spacious. And look, what a nice little playground. Are there families living here? It doesn't look like it. So maybe it's for a former time, because there's certainly no kids here at the moment. And maybe they'll come out later when it's quite cool now. Actually, it's not too bad, but it doesn't look as though it's been maintained very much. See the cracks in the rubberized thingy. But it's cute, huh? Nice. I'm going to try to do a pull-up and see if I actually manage to get any muscles in my arms. I haven't been doing too many push-ups, so I don't really expect that I'll be able to do a pull-up, but I'm curious to find out. Don't ask me why I'm walking down this lonely lane, but I am, because I just need to see where it leads to. Is that section 16 or section 17? I do not know. Could be a bit of both. Where does this lead to? It's going downhill, and I always remind myself, if I'm going downhill and if it leads nowhere, I have to walk back uphill. Wow, okay. It is a dead end, but I feel compelled to walk down because it looks like a lovely dead end. Don't know. Is it a power station or... Look, monkey up the tree there. So no idea what this place is. What is it? It says dilarang masuk, no admittance. But no idea what this is. I like this area though. Of course. Okay, back up. Okay, let's see if I can do a pull up here. I have to bend my knees and stuff, but let's just see. Don't think so. No, let's just give it a good try, shall we? Come on. Another one. Let's do it. Come on. Okay, those are my best shots. The first time I gave up without even trying that hard, and didn't get anywhere. I tried and I got halfway there. The third time was worse than the second time, but it just goes to show sometimes you just have to put in the extra effort to... This is interesting. Okay, I thought it would lead around somewhere to that house, but I don't think so. Not successful at the pull-up, but I haven't been practicing, and more push-ups then. I have to solve with the push-ups. Interesting house. Not an old house, but still I like the way it is ish. I'll get another security guard at the entrance. That's an interesting house. Let's go have a look through the gates. It looks quite well maintained, but doesn't seem to be anybody in at the moment. No cars or anything. So it looks like all these places are, I don't know, it always says visitors have to register at the guardhouse. So are they governmental places or what? but it's far away enough from the highway to be quiet, and I guess it's a good thing that the buildings are actually in the way. Nice little lane. It's a nice enough neighborhood. Palatial houses. Hello. Properties for sale. Yeah, so I'm back at the place where I left off just now and turned back. So this leads up to the same place. Nice little road. So this is an interesting route, and it looks as though it's a route that has been used. Okay, well, let's see, can I get through? Yes, I can. Interesting. Looks like a path that's been used before. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.